Conor McGregor was just seen in Sturgis, South Dakota at a BKFC event. And we do know now that he is a part owner of the BKFC. And as some of y'all don't understand and may not know, Conor McGregor is on his last 2 fights in the UFC. And so for anybody that doesn't understand that, what that means is Conor McGregor can travel, he can climb a plane, he can go to the arena. Conor McGregor has done all the things that you don't do if you have a hurt foot or a hurt toe. So being that it's been a few weeks, now Conor McGregor has made it to the arena in Ireland, and we just seen him this past Saturday in Sturgis, South Dakota. He is down there promoting the BKFC event, obviously. But with that being said, what's going on with the Michael Chandler fight? Like, why hasn't it been announced already? You already have Perth. You already have Abu Dhabi in October. You already have November. It's supposed to be Stipe and John Jones. So that only leaves December. And Islam has got a hurt hand right now. So if Islam's got to have surgery, more than likely 75% chance says he's going to have surgery. Then that means that December is an open slot. And we won't see Islam to the first quarter of the year. So if the lightweight champion isn't going to fight into the first quarter of 2025, and every single pay-per-view is booked out to December, I believe December should be the card for Conor McGregor and Michael Chandler. Because as we all see in public, Conor is well aware that he is capable of walking around, shooting this, doing that, basically being a Dana White of the BKFC. I mean, let's get it facts. David Feldman is the owner, the founder, and he's got the vision for it. Conor McGregor is just backing him with money and popularity. But on top of that, if he can move around, if he could be this living this lustrous life and giving everybody all this satisfaction of seeing him in the States now, that means that something is boiling. And Dana White just so happened to be at the exact same event. So you can't tell me that Dana White didn't know Conor McGregor was going to be part owner of BKFC, and you can't tell me that Conor McGregor isn't well enough to fight now. Maybe not in fight shape ready because he took those weeks off, so he's got to recuperate. But if he's not back in the gym ASAP, and we don't hear of this fight, I say by the end of September, it's not going to happen. And I don't think that with Conor McGregor and Dana White being in the same city on the same night, they were at the same event. No pictures were taken of them two, as far as I could tell. So why isn't he saying fight ready? Why is Michael Chandler on Twitter or X saying that the fight is off and he doesn't know what's going to happen? To be honest with you, he should not take the fight until Conor McGregor's ready. But obviously he won't get the fight until Conor McGregor's ready. So in the meantime, I say Michael Chandler should get a rematch against Dustin Poirier. Dustin Poirier is coming off of a loss against the champ. He gave Justin Gaethje his chance back to get the rematch. And I believe he should do the same thing for Michael Chandler, because both these guys deserve it. And Justin Gaethje's coming off of a terrible knockout, so he's going to be out for at least 6 months. So, I mean, Conor, we got to see you back in there, and you got to get yourself back in there. It's only a matter of time. The longer you stay out, the longer the ring rust. Conor always talks about wanting to be active and wanting to be in this season, but he's not going to sign with PFL after his 2 fights on his UFC contract are up. And yeah, as we know in the past, some guys actually get, like, how do I say it, hung over by the UFC, because these guys know that, okay, he's got a couple fights left. Let's see if we can drag this out. See if we can hang it over on him. So with only 2 fights left, Conor's not going to resign, because if they do resign Conor, he's going to get resigned for like an 8-fight deal, and that's how they get you. Because at this stage, you do 1 fight a year, maybe, and then at that rate, you got 8 more fights. That's 8 more years. That's if you fight once a year. You might fight once every other year, because the UFC has to have slots to build up other stars. They have to have other slots for their champions so they can build them up. And the only person that's going to do more draws than a champion in the UFC is Conor McGregor. But Conor McGregor is out and about. He is not wasting his time promoting BKFC. He's saying, take the gloves off and fight, bitch. So what do we know where Conor McGregor's head is at and where his headspace is at? Though he will not get released unless he gets his 2 fights finished on his UFC contract, because that is just too much money that the UFC will be losing, and they're not going to have none of that. But it does beg the question. Dana White, Conor McGregor, BKFC, David Feldman, all in Sturgis, South Dakota. I want to know how this one's going to play out. I want to know how this one is going to be, because Michael Chandler seems to not be kept in the loop. He seems to have given up on the Conor McGregor fight, and I wonder who he should fight next. And like I said, Gaethje's out. The champ is out. It looks like Arman Tsarukyan and Charles Oliveira are going to fight for the interim lightweight championship. So that only leaves Dustin Poirier, Michael Chandler at the top. Dig it out and see who's going to come out on top. First quarter of the year, if it happens, it'll be the champ versus whoever wins the interim belt, because there will be an interim belt, and Michael Chandler nor Conor McGregor will be a part of that. So appreciate y'all tuning in for this video. Let me know, like, subscribe, comment down below, and until the next time, peace out.